Charles White, and welcome again to this great video series we have going on. I'm with Business and Consulting, Business Data and Consulting. I'm making a lot of videos. Business Data and Consulting, you can reach me at charles@businessdata123.com or at info@businessdata123.com. Please check out our Twitter page, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch TV, and I think we're going to be on Snapchat also. Also, don't forget LinkedIn, and we'll probably start posting even more to Pinterest as well too, letting the world know about business credit, how to get it, how you can get your business started, and all kind of great information that have been hidden for most people. Now, today's topic that we're going to talk about that's impactful for you as a business owner is, drum roll please again, the banker is your friend. I know. Bankers get a lot of bad information about them, but I'll be honest with you from the bottom of my heart, bankers have been some of the best sources of information that I have. In fact, I've taken bankers out to lunch many times, and we sit down and talk, and I was asked them point blank, what about this information? Did you know there's a difference between a small business banker and a commercial banker? You want to know both. Usually commercial bankers go for bank loans and lines of credit for over $500,000 to about $20 million or so. And usually tap out about $20 million, then they get into what they call club loans, that type of thing. But here's why the banker is your friend. Whenever you're walking in ignorance, you want someone who's been there or is going where you've already want to go. So if I had a journey from here to Pennsylvania, I want someone who knows how to get to Pennsylvania. I don't need somebody to tell me how to get to Florida. I'm not going to Florida. I'm going to Pennsylvania. So as a business owner, if you're trying to get to $500,000 in lines of credit, if you're trying to get to $1 million in lines of credit, $5 million in lines of credit, you want to talk with someone who can be as your guide along the way. That is the banker. They can be some of the best people to have the best information. Now, there's two reasons why I like using bankers, actually three. The first reason why is that often that banking role is not as a banker as it was in the past, but it's more as a salesperson. As we move forward from this year being 2019 and beyond, more and more of the decisions for loans and lines of credit are made by software, by automation, by AI, artificial intelligence. That person that you're talking with is a human being. That person you're talking with has to meet quotas and has to do certain things in order to maintain their job. Because of that, they're much more likely to give you information to help you reach your goals, because then that helps them reach their goals. So the more prepared you are, and as I always say, being bank compliant, it makes their job so much easier. Also, towards the ends of each quarter, when they need to make additional loans, sometimes you'll be top of mind with that banker in order to get that loan. They have a lot of free information if you would sit down and talk with them. So even before I would start building large lines of credit, I would go talk to a banker, take them to lunch. They like free food. Everyone likes free food. Tell them about your business. Tell them the insights and falls, and find out and pick their head as much as possible about what it takes before you even put pen to paper. Because you don't have to give out your social security number to talk to a banker. You don't have to write down anything. You can say, hey, I want to take you to lunch sometime. Tell me about your family. Tell me about the bank. How long have you been in banking? Do you know some insight and things? This is what I'm looking at. What else do I need? What are you seeing? What is the bank pushing for the next few months? What are the credit card differences coming up? What are the loans coming up? What are the lines of credit and things like that coming up? Free information. And it's wild because so often people don't want free information. They always want to go through the hard knocks. I'm here to help you get good information to help you achieve your goals. So look at me as a resource. I'm not a free resource, but I still am a resource. And also I've worked with many kinds of banks. So US Bank, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, on and on and on. And they're all basically about the same. They have little nuances. They're like people. They have little ups and downs and moods, that kind of thing. And so that's why I always suggest that you're more than with one bank. You never want to put all your eggs in one basket, or even two baskets, or even three baskets. I always, this is part of the series, if you're trying to get to $1 million or more, This is just my opinion, but you should be at least with 5 banks. 5 different types of banks. You don't sign up for them at the same time because they put you in the check systems. You have to wait every 90 days, maximum 3 every 90 days. So you can put in check systems. However, once you're in with the bank, they can release information to you. When I say in the bank, once you sign up, they can release information to you. You can call them, you can compare, you can play one against the other to get larger lines of credit. But they're still your friend. The second thing with a banker is that they have experience. They've already experienced what you're going through. They know about being bank compliant, but even more so bank compliant for that bank. You want that information. Period. You want that information. So whatever it takes, you go, you sit down, you talk with them, so you can get that information from their head into your head and for your business, for the benefit of your business. I would even suggest going to a banker's conference at time. Show up. Why? Because it's easier to deal with people that you've seen face to face than somebody who's just over the telephone, through a text, or through an email. I saw you at the conference. Hi, my name is Sam. I run the auto parts store in the city. We're looking for $500,000 lines of credit. I met 15 bankers. They're all just telling me certain things. I need to know what it does to take to become bank compliant. How I can first start taking those steps. You don't want to wait till the last minute. And the third thing is that because the way I had said previously, technology is moving, AI, which is artificial intelligence, software that just goes through automatically. That banker, again, is a person. They're looking at you as a resource because if your business is lucrative enough, they might have additional information so they can jump from that business possibly into your industry or business, or you might be able to help them, facilitate them to make their next career move. I've seen that many times where a banker will come in, the guy will be about 30 years old, 35 years old. He's been with a bank for 5 or 10 years, but he's looking to start his own business. He wants additional information. So you trade off information for your benefit. That's why you trade it off. That's what I did. That's how come I got so much information. I found out about underwriting departments. I found out what their lines of credit are. When 2008 happened, I maintained relationships with different banks about what's going on. How come you're not loaning? Well, Charles, we're kind of tight right now because X, Y, and Z. Oh, okay. Good to know. You want that free information. Again, the purpose of the video is to tell you that the banker is your friend. Number one, you should be calling them. Write their names down. Visit them. Take them out to lunch. Talk with them. Detail all the information. Go to some of the banking conferences that you can get into. Talk with the small bankers there. Tell them about your business. Again, getting contact information. As you're getting larger and larger lines of credit and you're doing things, as I've said in the previous video, you're becoming bank compliant. You're not taking the family's money and trying to stick it into the business, using what in real estate they call other people's money, which is the bank's money, in order to build your lines of credit. We're not giving out our social security number. We don't do that. Sometimes with the banks we have to because of Homeland Security laws, but as much as possible we don't do that because our credit is our credit. We work for this corporation. The corporation being the company that you own. You are not that company. You work for that company. It has its own separate EIN number, separate DUNS number, separate Experian number, and other numbers also in regards to scoring systems. So, to sum it all up, the banker is your friend. Take him to lunch, talk to him about where you're going, tell him your goals, your dreams, how can you get there, make sure you're bank compliant, and they'll tell you additional information. Here's a tip. One of the banks I dealt with, we were working with on a loan for someone, and I knew the vice president of this bank, so I called him up. I said, hey, so-and-so, I'm working on this, and I told him some information about the client. He goes, oh, we don't want them. And I said, why? They have everything else together. Well, Charles, they have a bankruptcy on there. I said, yeah, but that was years ago. Yeah, but we basically toss every application as a bankruptcy. Our bank doesn't deal with any bankruptcies, period. Doesn't care how long it is. So even if you had a bankruptcy 15 years ago, on the loan documents, it says, or the lines of credit documents, if you ever have declared bankruptcy, Chapter 11, Chapter 13, Chapter 7, you're supposed to mark it. If you don't, and you mark it inaccurately, you're committing a felony. That's what it is, a felony. You don't want to commit a felony. That's why you want to talk to the bank first. So if you had a bankruptcy, you could say, yeah, I had one back in 2001. Different time period, different everything, still will you work with me? Not that the banker who's trying to give you a lot of information, like, yeah, we might. No, you need to know if the underwriting department will work with you. That's the banker's role. So again, more information from me, Charles at businessdata123.com or info at businessdata123.com. We have our Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Follow us for more videos, and I look forward to helping you. We do one-on-one consulting, we do group consulting, and we have webinars also coming up. Give us a call, and we can help your business go from 0 to $1 million or even more than that. I look forward to helping you. Have a great day.